Hey guys, it's The-Nusk, and we're back at it with some more crazy builds, and you guessed correctly, yes, it's the Pushback build, version 2.0. This build is super fun, and we have a lot of videos, a lot of clips from matches to show you just how fun it is. We even got ourselves some matching colors to go with our Pushback pet, and I'm really enjoying the skin. We don't have much more to add to this intro, so let's jump right into the matches. And who are we gonna cyberbully now? It looks like we caught Exelor in our trap. So he's playing the crit agility strength build, and I was kind of bamboozled at first. I thought it was the MVP, the dude who has a super funny English Dofus YouTube channel. So I was trying to figure that out at the beginning of a fight, but it turns out it's not him. It's maybe a fan, who knows? And he's playing a really like high damage build with a lot of crit, a lot of damage. But again, I have 50%, almost 50% res, 5.5k life. I have 70 crit res, and I have the dial, which gives me distance reduction. And you can see that his full turn, I didn't even have a pre-deck. His full turn did something like 700 damage to me. Like the build is super fun, it's ridiculous, and it's really good against these distance Exelors. So I'm almost full life. He already lost like 800 damage. It's just like small steady damage. You're not gonna see the crazy numbers like on other Exelors. Again, he goes for a big turn, but you can see my life is not like it's not going down too much. I'm still pretty okay. He's pretty far away from me, so I'm not sure I'm going to be able to hit him. But that doesn't matter. I'm just going to go for a boosting and a healing. And you can see like the heal is completely crazy. He's not eroding me, so like everything I healed back up, he's going to have trouble doing that damage again. The only thing I have to worry about is the synchro. Okay, and so here he goes into Osmosis mode. He's gonna block all of my portals as usual, as every single player does against Eliotrope these days. But I'm gonna be able to make the Arachne go away and at least hit him with one spell. Unfortunately, I can't hit him with two spells because he was not directly against the wall. But again, he doesn't have much regen, so every single point of damage, we take it. We take those. The Arachne is going to be a bit annoying for me because it's going to block my portals every single turn. But that's just the Eliotrope life these days. Here he does a big mistake. He finishes next to the open portal, and he's going to take a lot of damage for that mistake. I'm just a little bit concerned about the synchro, but I don't think he's going to be able to kill me this turn. And you can see that like I'm building such a big like distance between our life totals. He's like I'm slowly getting him down and regenning way too much for him. Here he has the good idea of locking me because he figures out that I don't have much dodge, and he's completely right. Can I kill him here? I'm not sure I had the damage to kill him, and I'm probably was. No, I didn't have enough. No, but we're still doing super fine. Our Coco procs for 500 damage, and he's gonna full turn again. But you can see our life is. It just refuses to go down. It's ridiculous. It's super fun. The synchro is getting super scary, and here you can see that he used a temporal shield, so it's gonna be super hard for me because I would have to like hit him against a wall and then take into account the fact that he's going to go back to his initial positions and stuff like that. It seems impossible to do, so I just go for the super safe play and kill the synchro. I figured that's the only way he can beat me right now is if he has like a crazy synchro play. He's gonna put again a lot of entities on the map to block my game. I was hovering Sermon. Maybe I thought I was gonna unlock my portal this way, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna go for. That's way I can go for Exelor. Oh, and do I have a play with Convulsion? That would be crazy. I actually do. I'm gonna Convulsion him. Do I figure it out? Yeah, I do. And I was able to put 1000 damage on him again. He doesn't have a synchro pressure. I'm still at 4000 health, and I'm feeling pretty good about this one. He's able to find, yeah, symmetry, but that's probably not going to be enough. He says GG, nice mode. Probably didn't play against much like pushback Eliotropes, and I understand it's not that common. And yeah, we were just able to take the win. So in this match, we're playing against a Crawl, who's playing a Tyrannical Arrow build. So if you don't know about this build, it's an arrow that deals initially fire and intelligence damage, and then it procs up to 3 times each turn. Each time you take either pushback damage or you get pushed back without damage, it procs either fire or agility damage. It's a super strong spell. It's even more strong in 3v3 because you can have like crazy combos with your allies where they prog the tyrannical all the time. But it's a super good build in 1v1, especially against melee classes, which you can keep a lot of distance because your pushback spells will like if you're in a line like this one, for example, you can take a lot of distance from your opponent, as well as eroding him and dealing quite a lot of damage at the same time. So I'm playing, of course, Pushback because this is the topic of our video. I decided to go for some damage. I don't know if it was worth it because he has a pre-tech and I don't, but I was able to go like over his pre-tech, so in the end it wasn't too bad. I'm gonna hit him again, and I'm gonna be missing 1 MP, so I'm gonna have to put a portal down again, exactly, and go for, yeah, I'm gonna close the portals because I don't want him to hit me for free, because this portal would have gone here, then here, then here, and yeah, he could have hit me. Here, I decided to go through the third into the first. I could have also went here, put a portal through this one, finished here, and had a little bit more MP. But I decided to go for double convulsion. And you see why I play this build against Crawl. I'm super tanky. At the beginning of the fight, before I started getting eroded like crazy, I had 5.5k health and 40% res all and a fire dial, which is a 10% or even 12% distance reduction. So tankiness can get completely crazy. Okay, I thought I was gonna hit the Craw, but I didn't have a way of hitting him against the wall, so I just decided to boost myself and heal up. And you can see like why this build is so good in Craw. It's a bit less strong against Tyrannical Craw because he erodes you a lot, but against another type of Craw that doesn't erode you, you just can regen so much. And since the Craw doesn't have any regen, every single point of damage you're going to put is really good. And here we're going to count the damage I did this turn. I did already 900 damage. Then I went through the portal, and I'm probably just going to release. And okay, so that's another 600 and 300, and we're almost, yeah, we're almost at 1.8k in a turn, all the while having 5.5k health and 40% res plus 10% distance resistance, and you can see that this build is completely crazy. Here, I don't really see a way of hitting him. I was trying to figure out if I could have portal through a portal and then hit him with a convulsion, but it wouldn't have done much damage anyways, so I just decided to block this line with my totem, so that if he wants to hit me, he has to go here, and which makes him go close to a wall and close to my portals, or he has to come here, but he's not going to hit me as efficiently, and here you can see that he's going to spend a lot of AP on the totem. I'm not really in danger. Okay, so here, yeah, I do a small misplay. I put my portal here and here so that I can hit him and push back against the beacon. But doing this, I'm lacking 1 MP at the end of a turn to go for the portal and release him. And if I had put my portal from here, I could have, because I had 6 range. I could have put my beacon from here, and then I would have saved 2 MP. I could have gone through the portal and released him at the end. But it's all right. I don't think this little fail is gonna matter. Again, Here, I was trying to do some convulsion, and I think I thought I was gonna kill him with 2 convulsions, but that's not the case. I could have also just like went here, put a portal here, interrupted it, put a portal here and here, and just put like two palms, and that would have killed him. But as you can see, like I'm failing because it's the first time I'm playing this build against a cross. I'm not playing it perfectly, obviously, and even though I'm failing quite a bit, it seems like the Craw doesn't really have a chance against me. I'm almost full health. Okay, I've been eroded, but I'm still at 2.2k, and he's at 300 damage, and he's just struggling to do any sort of damage against me. And I'm putting some, like, I'm not doing like the big 1.5k parasites that you can get from time to time, but just like doing those 400 damage time 2 consistently every single turn, it's enough. And I beat this first Craw. And so this one is where the real fun begins. We're playing against an Ouginak, so the Eliotrope's absolute nemesis, able to sniff you out every 2 turns, or even every 1 turn when we're playing with the ring from the class set, and it's like overall just a nightmare matchup. And we're deciding to play a meme build against a nightmare matchup. And how is that gonna go? So I just boost myself. I don't have much to do. You can see I used diffusion, which is a super like underrated Eliotrope spell, or at least not very often do you see it. And like the reason is most of the time, like diffusion is gonna be uh no, the variant. I mean, what it's called. Distribution. Distribution is going to be better. So I'm putting a melee build, but I decided to go for, a bit of like classic Eliotrope against Ouginak, a bit of portal blocking and sniff blocking. Because he has a pre-take and I just don't want to hit him in those first turns. And I just want to keep like practicing blocking sniff because it's a powerful mechanic against the Ouginaks. So I decided to go for that. He decides to block, like destroy my blockers, and that's probably a pretty good thing to do. I'm gonna push him back and try to. Okay, I thought this portal was gonna open because I thought like the totem was teleported in at the beginning of the turn, but what happened is my it's my boots that pushed the totem into the portal at the beginning, and so yeah, that kind of blocks my plans. So he finally reaches me on turn 4, so a he doesn't have his pre-deck anymore. So I'm just gonna start hitting him, and he's gonna soon realize that hey, maybe Auginak doesn't beat Eliotrope in melee range, as crazy as that seems. You see that with diffusion, I'm able to do some like damage return, and this way I'm able to negate all of his healing because he deals himself some damage so that it kind of cancels out his healing. I'm gonna go for redirection to heal myself and keep myself boosted. And you can see that my health is not really going down, all the while his is, well, slowly getting down. I'm kind of annoyed by the Schaffer. Maybe it's gonna foil my plans in a turn or two. So right now he still thinks he's winning in melee, just like staying against the wall. But what he's not accounting for is that I'm healing myself with my redirection. I'm keeping myself boosted every single turn, and I'm able to do some 300 damage for free at the beginning of each turn because he's against the wall and he takes my legendary boots. And so, yeah, all of these things make it pretty good for me and not that good for him. He's probably gonna soon realize that because he's gonna start moving, but he does get a bit trolled by the Sheffer, because I'm able to hit him again. On this turn, I don't really need to like heal because I'm already pretty much full life. So I'm just gonna hit him and put down my totem. And here you can see that I'm still full life. okay eroded for 1.5k damage, but full life, not in any real danger, and he's taking a lot of damage. And that's like the point in your games when you're applying a strategy and you see that it doesn't work. That's really the point where you have to like start thinking like, why is it not working? Can I do anything to make it start working in it? As always, I try to walk through as many portals as I can in my turn because it heals me for a lot of damage. And here he takes almost 2k damage just from pushback. And yeah, he's really not that fresh. He's like, wow, Eliotrope, I thought I was winning in melee range against Eliotrope. Well, guess what, buddy? You don't win against pushback Eliotrope. He tries to go for this. His Shaffer is a bit annoying. And so you can see again that my boots have pushed him back. This redirection is going to be a bit annoying. Can I fix it in any way? Yeah, I can do it this way. Is it going to be enough to kill him? No, not on this turn. But again, I'm still at 4k health and he has only 500 health. And that's with me being at his melee range for almost 6 turns in a row. It's super crazy. He transforms, so he's going to be doing more damage to me, but I'm also going to be doing more damage to him and probably going to have enough to kill him. He says GG, and yes, it looks like a GG. But wait, The-Nusk, that just had to be like one game, right? You can't win every single Ouginak with your pushback build, right? That would be too easy. Well, probably would be too easy to beat every single Ouginak, but you're gonna see that it's not just one game. This build does work, especially as long as Ouginaks don't adapt their versatile play. So again, this Ouginak has a pretext, so I'm not really keen on going and visiting him in the first 3 turns, so I'm just gonna chill and play pretty far away from him. Something I like to do. This portal is like hard to attain. So if he wants to block it, he kind of has to go like out of his way to come here, put a summon on it or something like that, and that means he's not going to rush me. And if he doesn't block the portal, well, I just have a lot of distance, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So again, I'm just playing this way because right now he doesn't have the state on me. The state that makes him able to teleport to me whenever he wants. So yeah, I'm just gonna chill out. And here he's gonna finally be able to put the prey on me. And you can see that he's playing the wrong variant. He's playing the one that where you deal more damage, but it lasts only 3 turns, and that's super risky against Elio because if I'm able to make you lose the state, if you don't hit me for 3 turns and like I'm able to kite you, well then you're gonna be in trouble to put the state on me again. I decide to do a small sniff blocking because why would I let him hit me for free? I just want him to like come close into melee range, but not be able to hit me first, and he's gonna think I'm gonna kite him, and then I just want to hit him and like have a surprise factor with me, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do here. The boots even helped me clean the way, like pushing back my portal, and he takes half of his health almost on this turn, and he doesn't understand what's happening to him. He's gonna start hitting me like crazy, but I have 40% res, plus 15 melee res. At first, he was kind of like getting away from the wall, but fought better of it. I don't really understand why. I decide to put my portals in a way where I can boost myself, and I just go for to what do you call these, turbo palms, exploding palms? No, that's a spell from Diablo 3. I don't know. We're just gonna call them water palms from now on, and maybe someday I'm gonna research the real name. He continues hitting, but he doesn't see that he's hitting himself with a diffusion, and he's already almost dead. And that's how an Eliotrope beats an Ouginak in melee range in 5 turns. So if you're still here, I figure that you kind of like the build and you want to find out more about it. So if you're still here, that means you probably enjoyed the video and you enjoyed the build and you maybe want to find out more about it, and that's what we're gonna do just right now. So in this build, what do we have? We have basically two variants of a build. When you want to fight against a melee class, this is the variant I use. So some items are going to be pretty much in common. So we have this super cool pushback cloak. We have this belt. We have the boots, legendary boots, which have a lot of vitality, a lot of pushback damage, and have this super cool effect that at the beginning of a turn, you push back everything in your melee range by 2 spots. And so that what that does is either if someone is against a wall and is locking you, well, he's going to take 300 damage for free every single turn, and it can help you get away from some sticky situations if you're getting locked by like an Ouginak dog or something like that. You can just push them back and like move around more freely in your turn. So it's a super cool item to have. You have this pet, which gives you 100 pushback damage and 100 crit res, which is nice against a lot of builds. You have this shield. Okay, so it's the precious shield. So that's why we use it against melee classes. It's because it gives you pushback damage and melee raise, and the only trade back is distance damage, which we don't really care about because it doesn't affect pushback damage. So yeah, I'm gonna mouse over every single item if you want to look at the rolls. And then I use the Emerald Dofus because obviously I'm gonna be finishing in their melee range most of the time. And I play this. You can go this or the Coco. It's up to you. Both are pretty good. Even a pre-tech might be good. But as you saw in the video, if someone plays pre-tech against you, you can just run around for 3 turns and just basically negate one of their Dofus slots. So overall, like I think it's your choice, but I like Sparkling Silver Dofus. It can really turn some fight around. Okay, so that's the variant in melee. And what do we have? So we have these two spells to hit enemies, and then we have a version against Cross, or more generally, like long distance classes which don't have much healing. You could also play this against Faker, for example, and even against Zobel, I think it's pretty good. So yeah, I have it here under anti-Craw mode because I just really enjoy playing this against Craw. So the major changes are going to be the boots, because you don't really care about the active or the passive because like you're probably not going to be starting your turn with them at your melee, so you don't really care about pushing them back. So I just go for boots with more resistances. And the fire dial, because obviously they're going to be hitting me from distance, so I want a shield that gives me distance resistance. This is a trade-off for weapon damage, and like obviously I'm never going to be hitting with this, so I really don't care. It has no downsides. Oh well, or the only downside is it doesn't have pushback damage, but it's still pretty good. You have 12% distance resistances for free. For the Dofus slot, here the Coco, you could also go for pre-taken Scraw. It's never a bad choice to play pre-taken Scraw in my opinion. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You're probably not going to be playing with diffusion, so I just go for distribution, but it probably doesn't have much uses anyways. And the rest is pretty much the same. You're going to be using a lot more convulsions, especially against those crow scras that are a bit too far away from you. But yeah, the gameplay is pretty much the same, just you're trying to stick to them and not the contrary. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say about the build. It's super fun, but small disclaimer, pushback damage is probably the last build you're gonna be wanting to go for, because it's useful only in certain situations, and like if you don't have a canvas to build a set, just don't build this one first. Build like a standard fire set. It's gonna be much better. But if you have a lot of canvas to spend and you don't know what to do with it, this is a super set to have a lot of fun with. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Just please comment, please like, please share around you. I read all of your comments and try to respond to them. I love that this community is growing. We already have a little bit over 250 subscribers. We want to make English PvP content on Dofus great again, and it's not possible without all of you. So thank you for your support, and I'll see you guys next time.